The first thing about discussing time and the effect of time on us is, I think, the acknowledgement of the fact that we have an internal clock and then we have our external clocks. So there's the clock that we're looking at, that we're all sharing the time, right? But there is also the internal sense of the speed, of the pace that we're moving at, right? So when I feel like, oh my goodness, time is moving by so quickly, my internal clock really is moving more quickly. And that means my aging is happening faster because the clock's moving faster, right? So that's all a Vata concept. And even if you don't know what Vata is, it's about degeneration, depletion, stimulation, movement, erratic, unpredictable, moving. It's the principle behind movement. So Ayurveda actually defines time as one of the causes of disease. And who cares? Even if I didn't know that, like, esoteric sort of physiology, and the fact that slowing down is actually healthy for me and prevents disease, even if I didn't know that piece, the truth of the matter is how quickly we're moving in life doesn't feel good. It feels stressful, right? And it feels like it's going by and there's more to do and there's more to do, and it's impossible to do it in the time that we have. And so we're spending so much of our day doing. You know, what does that do? Like, that turns on your adrenals, that turns on your sympathetic nervous system, and we're habituated to it, right? So, like, I don't go through my day necessarily thinking, wow, I'm so stressed out today, I'm having a stressful day, because it doesn't feel stressful for me. But when I really think about the amount of time that I spend in get it done mode, that's almost all the time. And whenever you're in get it done mode, guess what? Your adrenals are pumping and those stress hormones are flowing through your veins and impacting all of your organs. So there are two things that I did recently. I was craving, I just wanted space, and I wanted to slow down, and I just wanted to exhale, you know? And I'll just call that ease, right? And ease and time are very closely related, because this whole business of meditation and being present, what does that do? It turns on the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, right? And that's a system that is activated when we're in ease. And guess what that does to our internal clock? It slows it down. And guess what that does to aging and health? It, benefits everything towards rejuvenation and less wear and tear, and it feels better. It feels better. So I've been exploring this concept because it was very relevant. It was causing me stress. It was causing me pain, how quickly the pace of my life felt, and all the different arenas in which I had to move. And there are three things I did that really has shifted and will continue to shift. It's a never-ending journey, but has really shifted my life recently, and I want to share those with you. So number one is practicing slowing down. So I actually didn't know how to slow down, and I had been moving at a certain pace for so long that it was almost like I need a glass of wine to slow down, or I need to be present at a dinner across from a friend where I've like cleared my day. But up until getting there was just so go that even at the dinner, to just be in ease and be there and not check my phone and not be looking all around at all the stimulation was something I had to practice. And I'm guessing you do too if you live in modern urban lifestyle, right? So literally, like, create time, spaces, chunks of time, that could be just a few hours a week on a certain day of the week. I have, for our family, nothing on Friday nights. It's movie night. Like, there is nothing planned ever, and it's a safe space that is space. And if we feel like watching a movie, really fantastic. If we feel like doing a board game, fantastic. If the kids want to watch a movie and I want to journal and do whatever else, fantastic. But I know that that space is there every week, and that was my very regular space to just, I don't get to be productive. I don't do dishes. I don't, do anything that doesn't feel like what I really want to be doing every Friday night. And that taught me how to feel that way, how to shift down gears and what that felt like and what to aim for, and got me a little bit more comfortable with doing that. And in the very beginning, it was really challenging, I'll have to admit. I kept feeling like there was something that needed to be done that I was forgetting or that I should be doing, and it just took a little bit of time and practice, and that went away. So number 2 is the most important thing I will probably tell you, and that is reach for ease. Reach for ease. So in every situation now, I refuse to push. I refuse to push. If something's not flowing, if I'm getting any kind of resistance from inside of myself or from external factors, I just take that as a filter. And it's awesome because let's say I have 20 things on my to-do list for today. I'm literally just going for which one feels more joyous and which one feels more easeful first. Not which one should I get done, or, which one has to be the priority or is urgent timely-wise. Like, if I can be at peace that all of this will be done today, or most of it will be done today, and just leave that part unknown and start doing things based on what feels good, then I accomplished something, and then I crossed it off my list, and that feels good. And then I kind of just feel out what feels good next. A break, make some lunch for myself, or go to the next item on the list, or stretch a little bit. And there's sort of segments within this topic. So one is just ask yourself what of all the things that you have to do feels best to do first, and just do that one first. So allowing the prioritization to be based on what feels easeful and joyful. And then the second sort of subset is to not fight and push, and to honor that resistance in the universe or in your day as a sign that that's not supposed to happen today, So if I'm having a lot of resistance to making dinner that night, and I meant to get to the grocery store, and I meant to, pre-cook the beans for the enchiladas or whatever it is, and I just didn't get to it, I'm not going to stress and get all wound up to get it done, even if I can get it done, because I'm hearing, I'm listening. Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to make enchiladas today. All right, we're going out to dinner, and you might wonder, like, oh, does that mean you just go out to dinner every night? No, actually, it self-regulates, because when you give yourself this permission, this allowing of what feels good, what feels more easeful, what feels less stressful, you'll find that then you're less stressed out. Then you actually have a little bit more reserve energy to do things that might be a little bit more energetically involved, So it's like all of a sudden I give myself more space, and then I've just instinctively, naturally one day got the energy to like totally weed the veggie garden and re-soil it and fertilize it and prune everything. And it wasn't something that I had to plan and, okay, this must happen Saturday morning and I'm forcing myself to do it Saturday morning. It's just, when am I inspired to do it? When does it feel like all of the factors are kind of coming together to allow me to do that? And I know I have that intention, right? And then another subset in this is you gotta sort of let go of that perspective of like, oh, there's another thing that needs to be done. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet. And instead say, I'm waiting for the inspiration and the flow and the ease to guide me to that task. And I find that so much of what is on my to-do list gets put off anyways when I'm running in that overwhelmed, stressed out kind of mode, that like things get left behind. And that's like the biggest fear, right? That things aren't going to get done or things get left behind. But that happens when I operate in that mode and my body's taking the hit for it and I'm stressed out. Whereas when I just say, hey, it's okay, I actually am in more ease, I have more energy, and I'm doing more in joy, that feeds me, I have prana, I'm actually a little bit more productive. And I notice that I'm less intimidated by the projects that, feel more energetically big to me. And that permission is sort of like that third subset on the ease. And then the fourth subset on the ease point is you have to prioritize the ease, right? So it felt easier for me to just make this video in my car talking about this than it did to sit down and type out an article for this week's newsletter. It just happened to feel more easeful, so I chose it. Or like I posted something on Craigslist and the lady wanted another $50 discount after I already gave her a big discount, and I could have like pushed against it, and the stuff was worth it, and I believed that. But the ease of just saying yes and having her come pick that stuff up and having it done was worth the $50 to me. So I prioritized the ease over the $50. I prioritize the ease over being right. So with people in relationships, like just seeing what is there and how they're operating and where they're at, and not needing to like make my point and change them or whatever it is, might be an amazing way to choose more ease. Even to not make certain kinds of plans or agreements or expectations from certain types of people might be a huge way of prioritizing ease. There's infinite ways, but I'm playing with it in every way. Okay, does it feel easier to just go into Trader Joe's and grab 5 things that I might need for the next 2 days versus having a full meal plan and a full grocery list that's going to get me through the week? This week, maybe, yeah, and maybe the opposite feels easier next week. So allowing that ebb and flow and trusting that when you give yourself the permission and you give yourself the space and you prioritize the ease, there is also the natural, going the other way, and it all balances out. The third tip that I have that really made a huge difference, again, is so simple. This is the simplest one, but not easy, is one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Wow, okay. So I'm working on one task at a time, trying not to have all the tabs open on my window, on my computer screen, just eating when I'm eating, not doing anything else, just having a cup of tea when I'm having a cup of tea, and really soaking into the aroma and the flavor and the effect, and maybe thinking, maybe breathing, but, really just having tea. That is amazing. That really slows things down, and it plays upon that sort of being present principle that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So there you go. Practice. Give yourself opportunity to know what it feels like, to slow down and to feel like not pressured, to be in get it done mode. Number 2, reach for the ease. There's ease in every posture, right? In yoga, we see that on the mat. So find the ease in every day. Find the ease in every decision. Prioritize that ease. Play with it for 2 weeks. I promise you're going to note such a big difference in how you make decisions. And number 3, really try as much as possible to just curb that multitasking and one thing at a time. Like, you want to be on Facebook, really? Like, okay, don't do it at a red light or while you're eating or brushing your teeth. Like, sit down and give yourself a few minutes to really be in Facebook, So I think you guys get it. Try out those 2 tips. Let me know how things are going, how it feels, what you've achieved. I love hearing all of that goodness. Until next time, making time for yourself.